Do 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 do.
Okay, now.
Welcome
Welcome
to the Good Cronies.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Shannon.
And I'm Lori, and we have the Easter Bunny in the house tonight.
And we're having technical difficulties just starting
Easter
out, so
Bunny.
I apologize. And the Easter Bunny's with us today, and I apologize. We are having some technical difficulties getting started today, so please bear with us as we get started tonight. But we might be off and on as we get started tonight. So bear with us, please.
Welcome to Lifting Up Our Community, where we believe in the power of a helping hand. Our mission is simple: to support and uplift those in need within our community. Whether it's through volunteering, donations, or organizing events, we strive to make a positive impact on the lives of those around us. From providing meals to the homeless to offering mentorship programs for at-risk youth, we are dedicated to creating a better and stronger community for all. Join us in our efforts and be part of something truly meaningful. Visit our Facebook to learn more about how you can get involved and make a difference today. Together we can lift each other up and create lasting change. You'll find Lifting Up Our Community on Facebook in all capital letters.
Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we want to first start out with just a clip of what happened tonight. What happened with the Easter Bunny tonight? Where were you?
Oh, we went to 5 different places with the Easter Bunny. We went to Frizoli's. And we'd like to thank Frizoli's for accommodating our 18 people. The food was excellent. And the bunny got a really good workout at the curb, saying hi to everybody. Tomorrow, the bunny ain't going to walk.
Really?
Bunny's gonna be tired. Take a
We're gonna
nap.
have a tired bunny, so nobody better wake her up before 8 a.m.
We have a little comment about AKA Elvis, too.
Oh, he was so good today. Absolutely excellent. He was all smiles all day.
He was all smiles.
I have a picture of him sitting in the car with the Easter Bunny, and he was so happy all day.
He was all about the kids and all about the bunny, and he was really good. Very, very good.
So, Kathy, do you have our list of sponsors for tonight's show?
Our sponsors are just HGM Photography, as far as I know. We didn't have anybody that came up to sponsor other than HGM Photography and Hagen Picture Productions.
Well, we'd like everybody to give us a call. Anyone can give us a call.
920-831-3942.
And we do have some prizes up here. We do have the candle that is ongoing. We have a specific caller that has to reach the right number, and we'll be giving that away. Of course, you do have to pick it up here or at my house or Angel's house, whoever's closest.
To wherever you're closest to.
So,
That's awesome.
We are having technical difficulties. I don't see that we're online. Are we good, Tony? Because it's just, I'm not showing that it's going over and over and over. We're checking with our producer.
Trying out. I linked to you.
Huh?
I linked the new link.
Okay, hold on.
Keep talking.
well, Kathy, Did you hear about my bed incident?
I did not.
Well, I came home the other night and I put my hand on my bed and I got splashed because I sleep in a 1970s waterbed.
1970s?
Yeah, I'm old.
You're like old school.
I'm old.
Really old school.
So, I'm old. The bunny says I'm old.
Wow.
But anyway,
And we talked about this like when we very first had our very first podcast, because I remember you talking about quilting about your cats.
yeah, we don't let the cat in the bedroom because the cat put a hole in my waterbed the last time. Well, the dogs, I have a very special dog, and her foot slipped off the board. And I seen it slip off the board, so that's why I know. And she has a funny paw, and the dew claw on that had to have gone through the liner. And I didn't know it. And when I got home, the water was pouring, and I have to say pouring out of the hole, because the liner was full of water.
Did
So
you
here
crawl
I
in?
am at...
Did you crawl in?
No,
Like it
because
was
the
a water
entire...
slide?
The entire bed was soaked. The entire bed. Usually it's a puddle here. No, this whole bed was soaked. All my blankets were 10 pounds or more full of water. So
So
at
did you
11...
wash them or did you put them in the dryer?
Oh no, you have to wash them because that water out of the waterbed has a distinct odor. So you wash your blankets. I washed them all the next day. I had 7 quilts that I had to wash
7
and
as
dry.
my eyes pop out of my head.
And believe me when I say an air mattress is not like a waterbed. I'm not sleeping on the ceiling.
What do you mean an air
Well-
mattress is not like a waterbed
Well,
mattress?
I didn't know how deep. And I thought, well, I knew 24 inches was too much. And 10 inches didn't sound like it was enough. So I went with 15 inches. Size does matter.
What are you talking about? You lost me.
Okay, so your hole in your waterbed is like this.
Your
Well,
depth of your waterbed.
Right. Well, I thought 10 inches was too little, and 24 inches I knew was way too much, so I settled for 15. Well, 15 is too much. I have to climb up on the ladder to get in bed. And I have a picture to show you. Because I showed it to Lori and she says, "How did you get in there?" And I said, "With the ladder." So here's where the bed is. Whoops. And there's where the mattress is. So the mattress is that much higher than my
So
bed.
you are on a mattress, and finally you graduated to a mattress?
Well, I have an air mattress.
Oh my god.
So here's my step.
So she didn't even graduate to a mattress. She graduated to an air mattress.
So I don't know if you can see this, but oh, that's a unicorn. That's not even my bed.
You and unicorns.
Anyway, the end of my bed is here and the mattress is way up here, and I have to stand on a ladder to get in my bed. The dog can't sleep with me anymore because she can't get up there. That step isn't tall enough for her to get up on top of there. So she's sleeping out in the corner in the kennel.
Aw, poor
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, she's very sad and she's not happy at all. She every once in a while I hear this little woof out there, and I open up the door and I'll look at her and I'll say, "I'm sorry, you have to sleep out here tonight," because otherwise she's already fallen off the step twice and I can't have her hurt herself.
So you're not even going back to...
Yes, I'm going back for a waterbed, but nobody in the valley sells waterbeds anymore.
I wonder why.
But I found this really cool thing that can go over my mattress to protect it for the next time. I've never seen it. It's a company called Legacy, but it takes 2 weeks to get here. So now I I have to sleep with an electric blanket because the airbed's too cold. I'm used to 86 degrees.
I called her at 8:30 this morning and I said good morning. She goes, "I'm cold. This is not good sleeping on an air mattress." I'm like, "Why?" "I don't like it."
It's not warm enough for me.
So you incurred a cost of an air mattress. You incurred a cost on a heating blanket.
No, luckily I had one of those. I didn't have to buy one, but I had to go dig it out. So I'm doing this at midnight. I got to bed at 2 a.m.
Is that why when I asked you how you were doing and you said no sleep?
Yeah, that would be why. The first day I had no sleep. I was up all night. I was too cold. I was shivering in my bed. And I got zero sleep. And then I had to function
That's
all
nice.
the next day. And yeah, it wasn't pretty. Well, and that was, I didn't have the air bed the one day.
So you
I
probably
went
slept
to
in
my
your recliner.
son's house and I slept on his couch because I had to buy the air mattress the next day. And then
What?
I had to set that up. So that next day,
And your
I,
busy day is Tuesday.
yeah. And so I had to set up this air mattress at,
I think
Midnight.
our bunny's falling asleep.
no, she's just
Are
listening.
you just really hot? Do you want to come out of hiding? Maybe. Okay. We're gonna pause the air. We're gonna pause. No. You're gonna leave.
You're just going to leave us?
You're gonna leave and come back. Okay.
All right. Well, good. Thanks for coming and visiting us. And you can't take that off in here.
No, she's got to take the microphone off.
Oh,
Headset off. Before the bunny leaves, does anybody have any questions for the bunny?
Give us a call, 920-831-3942. You can call us.
Okay.
Bunny's here yet.
leaving. She's gonna leave right now. She's gonna reinvent herself to someone new. Okay, back to your mattress.
well, right now it's really high. And like I told my kids, I said, I'm lucky I'm not sleeping in. Because I went with a 15-inch mattress because it was a better quality. They didn't have the 10-inch mattress in the quality that the 15-inch mattress. So that's why I went with that.
So will the new what kind of
Waterbed?
waterbed mattress? Will it have a mattress, a thin layer of mattress on the top so the cats and dogs' paws?
Well,
Will
there's
not have-
actually a thing you put the mattress in, and then you zip the cover like a mattress pad. So the mattress will be totally encased.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
And I've never seen it before, and I just started researching it, so I'm doing some research before I order it. But it takes at least several days, and my son thankfully has Amazon Prime because I don't order anything offline. I don't do anything offline, so I don't. He can order stuff and gets it in one day.
Yeah.
So he will order it for me when I
So did
get my
he
list.
help you find this?
Oh, no.
How did you?
I went to Google and said waterbed mattress, and it came up with several different sites. I could go to the one place in Appleton that sells waterbeds, but they don't have the mattress in stock. I have to drive up to Green Bay. But they don't offer this enclosure that I think I want this time to protect the mattress. And I'm still not going to let the cat in.
What about Sierra?
Sierra will always come in. This was a freak thing that,
That's my hand.
and I'm having a board that will make where she puts her paw, will make that wider so that this can't happen again.
Angel,
Because
when you bring your thing back, be careful because we get a big squeak.
Okay.
Screech.
Okay.
I know that it was her paw that slipped off. It was total accident, but I'll make that wider, so that she won't happen again.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart.
Well,
welcome
welcome,
to
Angel.
Angel.
Thank you.
You can,
See, I need an alibi.
I'm just here to establish an alibi.
Got it. Looks like a very comfortable shirt.
It is. I killed the Easter Bunny on the way in.
Did you?
He was running so fast because he was so hot. He was trying to get out to the cold.
Oh.
I literally ran right over him.
Well, I hope he doesn't go in the creek.
I hope
I hope not either.
I
It'll
hope you didn't
stink.
kill him so he can come back next year.
I didn't kill him.
Okay, good.
He literally hopped right over my head.
Oh, good.
I was just like, whoa. Seriously, he was like, phew.
Okay. Once again, I heard that Danny was really good.
Oh my God, he was absolutely awesome. Even with all the kids. I mean, I think we had more
Did
adults
Billy
than we had
come?
kids.
Did
Well, we
Billy
did-
come?
Billy had to work. Sam's wouldn't let him off. And no, Shannon, we couldn't just call him in because he already asked for off. So they probably would have fired him. So, yeah, I wasn't going to take that chance. I don't need him home 24/7. I do need some breaks.
But even without Billy, Danny was really good.
He was really good.
He was excellent.
He was excellent. He got to ride with the Easter Bunny, and he helped the Easter Bunny and packed the stuff. And, yep, he was all excited.
Awesome.
We
Yeah.
gave away, 50 bags?
I think we gave away more because I made an extra 30.
So we had 90 total?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What she doesn't know.
So you didn't have enough sheets to put in the bags, huh?
I didn't have any sheets.
I was waiting for you to pick up the sheet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we'll get them out there.
We made it originally 60 bags, and then Angel
Well,
added.
I wondered how we got paper sacks. And I said once, where'd the paper sacks come from? And you just kept walking and didn't answer me.
Actually, if you had looked in those paper sacks, they actually had the Fazoli coupons in them.
We had coupons?
Yeah. I showed you them.
You did?
Yeah.
what
For
were
the lemon
coupons?
ice.
Oh, yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. It did. It went
Peanut.
meow.
Yum. Whoa. I didn't touch anything.
Are we getting a call?
All I know is we all jumped really good.
Whoops.
Tony, was that a call?
No call.
What was
I-
that?
Probably because they screamed so loud. You scream loud.
I want a caller. Pick up your phone, who's ever listening right now, 920-381-3942.
Oh, we have door prizes. We have three door prizes left, and we have a candle numbered
For a special caller.
for a special caller. It has a numbered. We have a number on the caller.
From day one that we started.
This is the number right here. Nobody can see the number.
So you
That
just showed them.
no, it didn't. No, it didn't. This is the number right here, and we haven't hit that number yet.
We're
this is wrong
trying.
because we've called 2 people. So incoming has been that number.
Okay.
So it's actually this number because we've called 2 people. Okay. You are my HGM Photography is actually the sponsor today. So we're talking about my
Drinking
business.
water.
No, I had cottonmouth. So
Don't fall off the couch.
I am not gonna fall off the couch.
I
I'm gonna
fall off
show
the
a
couch if
couple
I bend
of.
over.
If you look on HGM Photography on Facebook, I have quite a number of photos that I have taken. But here is one of an overweight senior
Turned out really nice.
that went to Menasha High. She was extremely self-conscious. She was black and had nappy hair. And
She don't
so,
look black.
Yeah, she is black.
Wow.
She bought a wig, and all of a sudden her beauty came out. But she was very, very self-conscious, so she always wanted her picture taken from up above, like cut off from her midsection above. And we had the chair hide her waist. You can see here. Black and white was stunning on her. Black and white was
I love the
extremely.
picture you have right there.
Huh?
That's an awesome picture.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture, actually.
Very pretty.
And we went Nina and found the bricks, and off we went.
Awesome.
I added some acne that she had, and she couldn't believe when she got her pictures back. She was like, "I can't believe you made me so pretty."
You didn't make her pretty. She's pretty. You just brought it out.
Exactly. Yeah,
You
exactly.
just brought it out of her.
And so, I guess that's what is so important to me in my photography is that I capture the beauty in people, and that's important to me, is that people see, if they don't feel beautiful, that when they get their proofs back, they see the beauty that I see in them. Because I went through that as a teenager. I didn't feel pretty.
I think we
And
all
I-
did.
Huh?
I
That
think
was
we
all
all
of us.
did.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I went through 8th grade with going on a bus for like 15 miles, and there was gum put in my hair and teased on the bus all. So, I didn't feel pretty at all through high school. Overweight, picked on. So I went through exactly what this girl went through. So I know what people go through. And I guess my history just goes on to try to find what people don't see in themselves because of what I went through as a kid and as a teenager and as an adult.
What?
He's removing the battery.
No, I was trying to see if I'm moving. I am. I'm touching
So
myself, sorry.
that's just one example. And there's a senior that went to Menasher High too, or senior boy that had acne really, really bad. And I remember his mom saying that he would love to. He would never go behind a photo or a camera, and he would last only 5 minutes. And our senior session went over 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And his pictures came back, and you could not see any acne at all. And he was stunned. He was absolutely blown away. And he's like, "I will hand these out." I would never thought that I would hand out any senior photos, but he handed them out. So I take pride in my work. I absolutely take pride in my work. So that's just one.
Ask a question.
Where was this taken?
Nina.
Is that
that at the
little
park?
alleyway?
Yeah, so there's a little bitty walkway.
I saw some other
Hey,
pictures
This way.
taken on Neenah, Wisconsin, the community page that had some pictures taken by a similar wall, and I'm just wondering if that's the same place.
believe it or not, there's actually a cemetery that has a wall like that too.
Really?
Yeah, in Appleton. Oh my God, it's I don't know if it's St. Joe's or Saint. It's not St. Mary's, but it's over on the other side of Calumet. My nephew is buried there, and it's when you pull in, it's got all the rounded areas. Absolutely beautiful. You get to the middle of the cemetery, they have the big cross with Jesus with all the flowers. I've done pictures of Danny there. I know, weird, but
Nice.
he likes
I
cemeteries.
take pictures of caskets, so. Because someday I need to see that picture.
She scares me.
Here's another one. I really do believe that black and white brings out pictures, so you'll see a lot of these that are really cool. Here's one of our family vacation.
Oh, that's what that is. I was trying to figure out what it was. Okay. That's cool.
This is everybody that goes camping with us.
Wow.
Really? And what kind of boat?
We went in Mexico. We chartered out what was it, a snorkeling boat.
Nice.
What does something like that cost?
It wasn't bad when you divided it up into 4 families. But, again,
Awesome.
Shannon, you buy it for us.
yeah, right? And this is everybody that
Okay,
goes camping with us.
Travis.
So there's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Grandma and Grandpa are in here somewhere. Grandma's down here. That's Grandma. And Grandpa is up here.
You had to separate with them? Were they naughty?
No.
Okay.
The way they were, Grandpa has bad knees, so he likes to go up further. And, so this is our family vacation. Probably about 7 years ago.
So,
Because poor Kyle. Where's Kyle? Kyle's
Everybody
here
has
and
a
he's
poor
10
Kyle.
now.
Wow.
So here's another one. This is one where I went to the park
Aw,
and just captured a couple.
that's precious. In
Oh.
fact, actually, that's more than precious. That's
That's awesome.
And
That's
they were just
awesome.
holding hands in the park.
aw.
That's awesome.
That one
Reminds
is
me of my
really.
grandma and
It
grandpa.
reminds me of my mom and dad. At
Yeah.
the end. Which, by the way, she came and took pictures of my dad and the family, trying to get them all together.
And those are that was like, yeah.
Like pulling teeth.
Well, no, not really. Okay.
You
Did
got
you
the
just
look.
see the look I gave you?
You got the
It
look.
was like pulling teeth. Well, not Carl, Deanna were wonderful. Eric, Rocky Abbey. We just couldn't get the other ones to come in. David, Kathy. Sorry if you guys are listening to my podcast. And Al didn't come in. Or did he come in?
He did for a short period of time.
That's
and then
right,
he
he
left.
did. And then he left. You know, just those last minute pictures with Dad. But Dad had nothing. He had nothing to do with it. He just wanted to watch his idiot box, which is the TV. Kathy's like, Dad, could you look over here, please? Dad. And he's like, what? I'm like,
Oh yeah, many a times.
"Ooh."
But that's it. That's just it. People don't ask. I mean, I'm very accommodating because I would come to your house. I came to your house.
Yep.
I set up. And that was because your dad was on hospice.
Hospice.
And so I'm accommodating for that. Newborns I'm accommodating sometimes. Accommodating to coming to your house. It depends. It just depends. Yeah. But I take pride in that. You know, it was the last, and when I did the one in the for your parents together, I was the last one to photograph.
That
your
was at
parents
the rummage
together.
sale
Yeah.
at my old house, yes. And that one turned out absolutely gorgeous.
And it was the last one where your parents together was.
Are you gonna sing?
Here's one
Ooh,
of a Buddha wedding.
okay. Danny liked that, but that's scary.
This is the husband getting ready for his ceremony.
that's not husband. That's the monk.
Sorry, monk. Oh, the priest, so to speak.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
That's kind of scary.
It was
But that'd be right up Danny's alley.
but it was such a pretty wedding.
I'm sure it was. It's just kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah. That's something up my aisle, but if you're hired to do a wedding, you're hired to do a wedding, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's so pretty black and white.
It
Do you
is.
have a lot of openings to do weddings?
Yes. Yep. Here was...
I wish you would have been there for Mitch's wedding, the one that I had to run last week,
Mhm.
if you remember.
Mhm.
because they had family do it. They only had this little tiny slot that they allowed them right at the church. Penny didn't get none of the family photos. She has hardly any of things. She's so upset. And it was like, bam, they're gone. And it's like,
A lot of times when they hire 2 photographers, Tony and I will tag team them. One does like one of us will do like the dance floor and the dances and the speeches and stuff, and like when all that stuff is done, we'll go to the side. One of us will pull aside and do like family photos, because a lot of times that's the only time the family gets together.
yep.
And
And funerals.
right, and you really don't want to do pictures at funerals. You would rather do them at fun times and memorable times, like weddings, right?
You'd rather, but
Yeah.
I'm known for taking group pictures at funerals.
Well, and we have too. We took pictures at Tony's mom's parents, or Tony's mom's wedding. You know, when
Wedding?
Weddings.
funeral. Sorry, funeral. When his brother came home, you know, and Tony's brother lives in most of the time in Africa.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, can you hear me?
So, no.
No. He's trying.
Doesn't look like it's pushed on all the way.
Oh, so it goes bzzz in our ear.
Yeah.
But
We're still waiting for a caller at 920-381-3942.
and the types of photography that I
Oh,
do
here,
is
turn it.
newborn, seniors, family, children, maternity, small weddings, couples, and engagement. And a lot of times when you hire me for wedding, you will get an engagement session with the
The move.
with the
Can you hear me?
No.
with the
Do you have
Oh,
batteries in it?
Now we can.
Can you hear me?
no,
No.
Wait, well, we heard
All I hear
that.
is buzzing.
Hear me?
No. I mean, it turned on,
Yeah.
but all we got was static.
we're trying to hear some of Tony's questions, I suppose.
Yeah, trying to do
Um,
core and
This is a groom sitting out on
Oh, that's pretty.
a peak
That's
in Door
cool.
County.
I love Door County.
He was in a bright
Road
blue
trip.
navy suit. It was so cool. I mean, this would have been cool just in color too. But we had to hike. Tony, how long did we have to hike on this one? Like 5 miles up to this peak, and it was raining. So the peak, walking up this,
that's 5 mile. We have to be like way up the.
yeah. So we
That's
had
like
to
a-
carry all of our.
That's like way in Michigan, way up north.
Oh, sorry.
Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty, though.
Mm-hmm.
Almost reminds me of the Grand Canyon.
So we do travel too. Some weddings are in Michigan, some weddings are in Illinois, some weddings are, so we do travel, but we do we do pass the travel costs on to the couple. So, that's just some.
Try it again.
Okay. So
All I hear is Kathy.
Guess what? You're just going to have to talk very loud.
So I was gonna talk to guys a little bit. My shooting ghost hunting thing.
oh,
Ghost?
Yeah, ghost hunting. Yeah, with a friend of mine shoot. He do investigative ghost hunting like that.
Okay.
And I was gonna, after that story, I can tell what happened, that video and all that.
That sounds really cool, Danny. That's right up Danny's alley.
Okay, go ahead.
okay. So I
Go
make
ahead.
my own costumes for newborns. So this is my hungry caterpillar shoot.
That's cute.
And I set it up with the Hungry Caterpillar book with my cocoon hat, and
The baby goes in the cocoon.
exactly.
Nice.
So I'm gonna show several of my so when I'm bored in the wintertime and it's really slow for weddings and stuff. I'm going to show some of my newborn things that I have made.
We sure would like a caller at
Please hear
920
static, babe, when you turn on that.
381-3942.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This one's Angel.
Wait a second. That's a moo cow.
Here's the booties.
Uh-oh. Angel. Whose baby we're going to kidnap to get done?
Here's the
Zippers.
sleeping cow. And the diaper cover.
Aw.
Zippers, baby. Definitely.
Now what?
Zippers, baby. Ashley's.
Okay, well,
It'll be a baby girl. Boy. Girl.
it can be boy or girl. This could
It
be
is a girl. They
So
were
it could
upset
be-
that it wasn't a boy. They got all girls. Except for one boy.
So, and I do shoot newborns between the ages of, usually I like to shoot them between the ages of 9 days old and 16 days old. Reason being is because once they're 16 days old and beyond, they have found their, legs and arms and they start flaring out.
Is that why you shoot them between... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I like to. No, it's really seriously. It's harder to control
I
their
know.
legs and arms. So,
You can actually pose them better
Correctly.
when they're brand new.
correct.
Yes.
Here's
just
my
being funny.
fox.
Okay, I like foxes too. Dang it.
Do. Oh, that's for...
Aww. Hey, would that fit on my head?
No.
No.
I
And,
definitely wouldn't fit in that.
Here's my fox and my raccoon is much cuter, I think. But so here's the fox. I'll give them to you, and you can put them in the, if you would. Here is the gator or the this one took me a long time to make. This is the gator hat or the crocodile hat. This
Awesome.
is really, really took me a long time. Look at all that stitching on the back of the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Danny's got a dragon hat.
This could be a dragon too, I suppose. And I just, it's all, all the little details of the hat, the ears. This one does not have a diaper cover, but I suppose I could find a green one that I made. If you could swing the camera over to all of my,
Nope.
Okay, well I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 6 long bins of stuff. And I just picked out my favorite ones.
Are you playing footsie with me?
Yeah.
Knock it off. It's live. They can see
We
that.
can still
I have
take
to
phone
stretch
calls
my leg out.
at 920-831-3942. I'd love to take your calls.
Come on, guys. Somebody call us. I know Katie can't. She's at church.
Somebody that we met today, I said quite a bit about the podcast. Somebody give us a call. We seen out with the bunny today.
Here's the bunny.
Aw.
The bunny in the diaper cover.
Oh, that's cute.
You
So
made
how
all
long
these?
does it take to make these?
It depends on the pattern
And the mood you're in. when
and
you
the
do
mood I'm
it.
in. If I'm more depressed, I kind of put it down more.
Takes longer.
Mhm. Maria does all the little different crocheting things of that,
Yep.
and I do more of the pattern. Yep, the patterns.
Yeah, Maria can shoot, man. She can do anything.
Okay, this is
You can't do
the pig.
Irish lace.
Nope, she can't do the Irish
Hairpin
race.
lace. Hairpin lace.
Hairpin lace.
If there's anybody out there that knows how to do hairpin lace, please contact us. I have a project that I'd like to get finished to donate to one of our new mamas on the site. It's a beautiful Afghan that was started by a member who has now passed away, and her daughter really would like to get it finished and donated to a new mom.
A little. We can hear you playing with it.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Hear you outside of the ear, the.
Okay, so
Oh.
this is the pig and the
Aw,
cooties.
that's cool.
That's adorable. Between her showing that the lost dog that we were talking about, Sheba, last week, they still have not found her. Please keep her in your thoughts, okay? This poor little puppy's been missing for a while. And if somebody has taken her in and isn't saying anything, please, the
Do the right
family
thing.
is really missing her. I mean, really. If you drive around Menasha, you will see all the signs up. It is so sad. I mean, that'd be like if I lost any of my cats, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and just goes to show you that why it's so important to microchip your dog or cat.
Yes.
Well, I do
Especially your-
have Elvis and Presley snipped, clipped, and chipped. But still, they get out, and if somebody keeps them,
You're,
how are you going to find them? You know, the
Oh,
only
well.
time you find them is when they're turned back in.
I don't know about your vet, but when I
It is
came-
your vet.
What?
Jeez. Your vet did mine.
I know that, but when I bring the vet in, they check the chip to make sure it's still working. So he checks all the chips and makes sure that it's registered to that owner. So if somebody brings in a cat that they've never had before, he checks it for a chip. And if it would show up that it's not him,
I would hope that they would
questions.
take the animal immediately and not send it back with them. You know, because when I lost Presley up north, I refused to leave with my husband and my family. They all came. I made him come back home, and I was out there for almost eight hours from 11:30 in the morning, and we finally found her at like 9:30 at night. And she was in the same freaking spot that she was when she got out. She went right underneath that deck. But she was so terrified to come out. And she was already snipped, clipped, and chipped. But up there, they wouldn't. Who would have actually gave her? Because they've got so many wild animals, cats, and everything out there. And I've got 2 Bengal cats. So, you know, people see that and they're like, "Ooh, this is a rare cat. I'm gonna keep, you know." And she's friendly. I'm gonna keep her. I can hear you swallowing, girlfriend.
well, that's just like my Jaeger is a special cat because he is a black smoke.
He's fat.
oh,
Yeah, he's a fat cat.
He's a mountain lion. He is a black mountain lion.
Panther.
Whatever.
He has talons.
Whatever. He's huge.
he's a lovable one.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is. Oh, yeah.
Which vet do you go to that they check the chip?
Great Lakes.
I don't
I've
think-
I've gone to Great Lakes since they ever opened.
I
Dr.
don't-
Randy is my vet.
I mean, they're
Great
more
Lakes.
they're very more
Oh,
expensive.
that's
Yes.
the one that's way out on JJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're thorough, and they give you a cup of coffee. that
Or
makes
a
a lot
soda,
of, or a soda,
baby
or a
chips.
water.
And
Or yeah, or they got the little cookies and that. So you know, I mean, before you get handed your bill, at least you get something to eat to, you know, satisfy when you get that bill. Because boy, I took them in for what, their shots, their second set of shots, and checkup, and I almost dropped. Yeah,
Well, that is nothing compared to the surgery my grandpuppy just had at a
Well,
cost
that's a
of
surgery.
$4,156.
How much?
$4,156. My grandpuppy tore her ACL and she had to have her ACL replaced. But, okay, put your teeth back in your mouth because Blue Pearl, the emergency vet, wanted over $6,500.
I wouldn't go there.
I wouldn't go
Hands
there.
down.
I don't go there either.
If I don't have to go to the emergency vet, you will not catch me there. It is so overrated. They spend way too much money.
And they make you sit for
And
hours.
hours. And you don't even get back there with your pet at first. So you're wondering what the heck they're doing with your animal. You know, I'm sorry, my animals are my babies.
Mm-hmm.
They're my babies. It's like wellness, okay? My Spunky and Punky were with wellness.
Wellness has
They have remodeled.
and they have gotten bigger.
Yes, they have. And he's
And now I think it's better than it was.
it's a lot better. Even the one that I didn't like,
He's been
I'm
fired.
starting. The big guy? No, he's still there.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Meaning what?
He's still there. I had a different name for him, but I'll keep that to myself. He's the one that told me to put Spunky down right there when we found out he had the stomach cancer.
The young guy was fired.
The young guy was fired because, yes, he did miscommunication with other several people. But yeah, this guy was he didn't have the bedside manner like Dr. Amar.
Whenever I go there, I ask for Dr.
Well, yes, whenever I did, like, Shadow is with them. And whenever I take her in, it has to be Dr. Amir. He knows that because of my past experiences and that. Because when I had to put down Punky, she was only 2 pounds because of her thyroid. Her thyroid was so bad they couldn't get it under control, and it was time. She was just so tiny. And then when I lost her, well, then within a week, I lost Gizmo, my sugar glider, because she used to come to the cage every single night, and he'd come out and ride her. Yes, I know, sugar glide mamas, just keep your opinions to yourself. Yeah, I really get snapped at that because a cat with the sugar glider, it could turn and eat them at any time. I'm sorry, no, they didn't. And even with the 2 or the 3 that I have now, Elvis Presley and the Black Witch, Shadow, they're really good with Charlie, and Charlie has totally turned around since I've lost Gizmo. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you got to get him a partner. I do not have to get him a partner because you know what? He doesn't even bark at her anymore. He doesn't bark at him, and he doesn't bite. He doesn't bite me anymore, and he eats all the food I do. Sorry, I'm just going to say it the way it is.
And
They get mad at me.
That is the honest to God
pizza
truth. He
and-
gets a smorgasbord.
Yeah, but his favorite is my roses.
Yep. Yeah.
I
If
bring
anybody gets roses and they're starting to die, I'll take them because my sugar glider just goes nuts when you put him in his cage. He is like a teenager. He turns into a toddler. I'm not kidding. He just rolls in them and he throws them up in the air. It's funny. It really is.
I remember seeing that happen. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Fun. That was fun. Okay, so I made a Packer outfit. Or
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
jersey. And this is very
What kind of stitch is that?
it's crocheted.
Wow.
But
That's
it's
really
with,
tedious. Wow.
yeah, it's got a special
Is that the baby
Yarn.
yeah,
yarn?
it's-
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's a special kind of. This was extremely expensive yarn, because it's the one that has the rabbit fur, or I think it's the rabbit fur that we have in our sweaters that make it really soft. This was tedious. This took me a long time
That looks tedious.
because of the zeros and the stripes. This one was pattern of HE hell. And I don't like to say that word, but along because of the lines and the zeros and stuff. So this one, if you want this one done, the baby has to be less than 9 pounds because it will only stretch so far.
Wow.
It does have some give to it, but
So that's more like for a preemie baby.
well, no, because it
9 pounds?
9
No.
pounds.
That's not a creamy baby.
No, that's about
Rocky was 9.14. That's
Oh.
a bowling ball. Well, at least I thought it was when it came out.
And I can edit it so that if it's more than 9 pounds, I can edit it so that the stitching is a little bit longer, bigger, whatever it needs to be. So, yeah. So, if you want a Packer uniform, you're gonna have to get booked right away. Okay, on to if you have a maternity and want a maternity shoot, I have, I think, 4 outfits that you can wear. This is one of them. I have a dark purple long one. This is the short one. I have a medium, large, extra large, and extra, extra large. And you just borrow them. So that's what I got. And I could probably bring them to the baby shower if you wanted to.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see.
Come on, guys, give us a call, please.
How many viewers? How many viewers?
I can't see him right now.
Phone
Okay,
number.
we have 3 different viewers. So viewers, please call us at 920-381-3942.
Again, I do newborn, seniors, families, children, maternity, couples, and engagement. And,
You don't do pets?
I do pets
Oh,
with
yes, she
families.
does.
Okay,
Pets.
I'm
She
just
did my
saying
pet.
that you didn't have that in
Okay.
there.
And if I do a newborn of yours, I do take pictures of the baby with several different props. I have an itch, sorry. Lori, you want to hold some up?
You have a unicorn?
I'm working on one. Gonna hold some.
Ha! We got snowman.
You got a mouse.
Snowman. I got a snowman.
Okay, so we have a monkey. Oh, you can hold this one. Okay, so we have a bear that Lori has, a monkey that Lori has. And if you get a bear, I have several different scarves. Like the bunny has a multicolored one.
Mouse.
That's a mouse.
Oh, a mouse. Sorry, a mouse. It can have red, black, green, whatever color it wants to have. And I have a bunny here.
You're hitting yours.
So here's the green scarf. I have a purple scarf. This is a bunny too. So the baby gets photographed with one of these, and then you go home with it.
That's just wrong.
Oh, shut up! Oh my God!
What happened?
You're sick.
Just
It's Shannon.
I was waiting for it.
what happened?
She says, I have a bad mind. Not even close.
What did I miss?
I was just hanging on to them. Exactly.
Okay. So,
Oh, this one's good. I like
that's
the
a
ears.
bunny, and this is a bunny.
Aw.
Shannon has a dolls. And mouse and a snowman. I have red snowman, green snowman, black snowman, different kind of dolls. So again, the baby gets photographed with these. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
They get photographed with these, and then they're toys for the baby to play with. And all these little things, black eyeballs, are not buttons. They are
Knots.
knots. Thank you. They're not. They're
Okay,
harmless
Lori,
to the
stop.
body. They're harmless. They will not fall off. They're glued. They're knitted and onto their heads. So the baby is not going to hit themselves. They're not going to eat the pieces off because they're not knotted into the right. Exactly. So they can play with this as soon as they walk out of my studio.
That's awesome.
And this is the gift to the baby from me. So again, they get photographed with this, whatever one you want to pick from my,
Oh, and they get to keep it?
and they get to keep it.
Awesome.
So this is
So
my
if I
gift.
act like a baby, do I get one?
No.
No. Pout.
Pout.
I am.
Get a newborn shoot with me with a baby. and
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go steal. Well, I did steal
Make a
somebody's
baby.
I was gonna
today.
say you did steal somebody's
I said to her,
today.
I said to her, Shannon, I blame Shannon, so if she hears this, the one that had the 7 kids, I said to her, just so you know, she doesn't think that you'll let me take that baby and bring it over to them.
Oh, he's in the door. Tony stepped up.
So, she goes, oh yeah, you can take that one, because the other one was freaking out because somebody was holding it. So
Well,
it's
I
like,
told you there was 2 babies over there.
they're twins,
Yeah, and I
They
came.
were twins.
but they're not identical.
I came around the corner and she's going, ha 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 ha. I got to hold a baby, and I went,
Think so?
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, let me
okay. So please
let me
give us a call at 920-313942.
3942.
And I do want to also state that okay, I'm missing out over here.
He's just being sassy.
No, I'm not. I just had it like this, and they
Oh my gosh.
He's just being sassy.
Dear Lord,
My
Angel.
grandson isn't that big.
Okay, and despite, I want to say despite, you guys stop for a minute.
Sorry.
They're making sexual comments with my
Toys.
toys. You're having them taken away. The largest toy that I have, most of my toys for the baby are about 5 to 6 inches long. Okay, shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
I don't shut up.
for the
I grow
monkey.
up, and when I look at you, I throw up. Sorry.
Except for the monkey. Shut up. And despite me being a small business, I am pleased to offer competitive pricing that surpasses many others in the industry because I am disabled and so I have that
Okay.
I am disabled, so I have that stipulant that helps me, so I can offer much lower prices than what other small business, photography business that offer. I'm sorry, my ear is like pinched with my
We're looking at
eyeglasses.
you like, what
We're
the
like,
heck?
what is wrong?
My ear's being pinched. Can you see it?
Oh, it's really red.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like freaking me out.
Wow.
That's why I have the white things underneath my ears because
Sorry guys,
I may look
it's like
goofy,
super.
but
Can you see it?
it's more comfortable.
Oh wow. Looks like this bow is up higher than the other way.
Bend my ear the other direction. Okay. Okay, guys. Any questions for the photography business from any of you guys?
No, you pretty much answered them. I asked if they got to keep the little animal, and you
Do you
said
have any
yes.
questions about what I do? Yes, I photograph inside the studio, outside my studio. I will travel. If you have any questions about what kind of animals I do have and don't have in costume?
Do you have
You asked
She's
about
working on the unicorn.
yeah. I have to have a unicorn, you know.
Anything else?
Do you
Is there
pr-
something you haven't told us?
I do have a mouse.
Okay.
No, but I need a unicorn.
No. What
I
about?
need an
Yes,
updated
I'm
picture.
gonna get this call right now.
Okay.
So go something.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Oh.
Oh, we have
Where's Danny? That's right up his alley. He could probably tell him where the ghosts
Do you-
are. Oh, here we go. We got a caller.
Well, we'll pause that for a second. Well,
Did you
he's
hang
figuring
up on
that out. What about? You said something about. Oh, we're calling somebody.
Okay. Well,
Take 2. I have me. Do you have you?
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the Good Cronies.
Oh, you guys are so excited.
Who do I have on the line?
Oh, my name is Darren. So I am the professor on my show. It's always an adventure. So Anthony and I had our interesting shoot yesterday over in, I don't even know where we were.
Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Yeah, hello.
And do you have a podcast going as well?
Yeah, I figured I might as well record this and do
Oh,
the
We're
same.
doing 2 podcasts at once?
Yep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
And where are you located, Darren?
In Lavelle, about 15, 20 minutes on the other side of Wisconsin Dells.
Oh,
Awesome.
Wow. Awesome. Thank
Do
you.
you have other people on your podcast as well, Darren?
Not today. Today's just me.
Okay, awesome.
Sweet. Well,
So,
now you got four of us.
I want to give some. This is Kathy speaking. So,
Hey,
Darren,
Kathy.
I want to give some history on you and Anthony. Can I?
Uh-oh.
Sure,
So,
absolutely.
How long have you and Anthony been friends?
Oh, it's got to be close to 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I want to say about the same thing. So, how did you and Anthony meet?
If I recall, I was doing a shoot, and we're looking for a cinematographer, and I think it was one of those things where it probably had a Craigslist ad back in the day. And,
I want to agree.
and then and I think that first film was, I think it was Unlucky Winners, because I think Whatever It Takes, I think was the second one that we did.
Wasn't it something about you guys were doing something with that Stevens Point guy?
Michael Dietert, I think his name was.
Yeah, and
Well, he is. He's not dead. I mean,
right. And his story was about what?
You mean Michael?
Yeah.
At the time, I think he was managing the Goodwill, which was right next to the Pick and Save on the south side of Fond du Lac. And yeah, he ended up being one of our rednecks, which worked out pretty good because I think that was the Unlucky Winners. And he actually had it was 4 polo shirts that had come into the Goodwill, and it said Unlucky Winners. I'm like, oh my God, it's meant to be. So we bought all of those. And then to piggyback with him, I think we hooked up with Craig, a stand-up comic out of the Greenberry area. So the two of those ended up being our bad redneck guys.
And you guys did several films, correct? You did several mini films, and are you guys
No, I'm actually in awe. I gotta actually close my mouth.
Okay,
Sorry, dude.
This is Angel.
I'm,
You guys
this
wanna
one's Angel. Yes.
You want to guys introduce
Now,
yourself?
Tony, you said something about
Ghosts.
ghosts.
Yep, ask a question, ghost. He's ghost hunting.
You are a actual ghost hunter.
A paranormal investigator.
Oh shit!
Do you know the
You did
girl-
wonderful in my freaking house.
Do you know the girl from New London? And if you said her name, I'll remember, and I can say, "Yep, that's her." But she used to work with me at Presto several years ago. But she's real into the paranormal. And there's a whole group out of New London, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the New London one. I know another friend, Craig, out of Fond du Lac. He's got the Fox Valley Ghost Hunters, and we did some work with him down in Tupelo, Mississippi, a haunted Civil War battlefield. And that was kind of interesting because we actually met a group that met us down there. So we had our side of it doing the paranormal investigation. And then these guys were all retired police officers that were also Civil War metal detectorists. So
my
they would
goodness.
they would scan these old battlefields looking for bullets or knives or swords or just about anything. So they had some pretty good pictures of some of the stuff they'd found over the years. And, they were actually, after a while, more entertained with what we were doing than with what they were doing. So it was a fun couple days down there.
So do you actually go into homes?
Oh, yeah. That's what we did the last couple days. We just got back, just about two and a half hours ago. So we spent the night shooting over in, hey, Anthony, what town were we in?
Hortonville.
Hortonville. Oh, my
Oh.
God. Yeah, the town with no welcome to wherever you're here sign. Like, really? We passed the Hortonville Fire Department. And, I remember a little bit about the town. I had a friend that lived in Greenville and, lots of friends
That's
in
my old stomping
Appleton.
ground.
Yeah, that's really?
I'm Lori. I just moved from Greenville a year and a half ago, and I rented a house in Greenville for a while.
Okay.
Funny story about Darren is that he tried to fix, was it the transmission on our van, and he lost the wrench.
Oh, you did?
Oh, we
Lost
did.
the wrench in the van. Didn't you try to? What did you try to fix on our van? It was the first time I met you. You came to the
God.
house.
I don't remember.
Jeez. Darren's been a good family friend of ours. Well, mainly of Anthony's, and he's just been good to us. Good
He'd
to
probably
Anthony.
run if he came into my house.
I'm always fixing something.
Well, there's ghosts and angels.
Yeah, there. I
that
swear.
is the
I
truth.
swear to God,
That
there
is
are
the
ghosts
truth about Darren.
in my house. And
Darren's-
Laura, you know. I mean,
Kathy.
you know, I actually do have paranormal stuff going on in my house.
Yes.
Oh,
she
yeah.
does.
I've had not exorcists. What are they called? They're kind of like you. They came in and tried to take the evil out. But these
Oh,
guys,
just cleansing and saging the house and stuff like that.
yes, I've got so much sage going on around my house that I feel like I am part of a sage. Seriously,
Well, you have to do it properly.
around
and,
the windows
you know,
and around the doors.
The door, and then there's lots of I guess different thoughts on the best process to eliminate the spirits or the entities. But the biggest thing is always giving them a way out.
Yes,
So this
Danny
house that
shows
we
up
did
the
over in
door.
Hortonville yesterday. Apparently there was more activity usually in the basement, but we were getting more activity on the first floor and the second floor. So then Dylan, one of the people I had grown up in that house, said it's like it had shifted. So that, if there's nothing in the basement, that's where you would start doing your cleansing. There's a whole process you go through. I've got stuff down in Latin. I'm an ordained minister, so we do the prayers and stuff like that. So you've got the sage and the bells, and you just kind of drive it through here, drive it to the first floor. And if it's last on the second floor, you drive it up there, leave a window open. And, the process is, you can push the entity through that opening, and then you seal that. And, you've got crosses and stuff that you put on the different floors to kind of bind it and, keep it out.
Okay, my question is, how much does that cost?
Oh, well, everything could be negotiated. I don't want to put anything online. A lot of these things we do, just for, I guess, the promotional side of things. But after a while, you got to pay the bills.
Right.
So we could come up with something.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I get
'cause-
a promotional fee.
Yeah, because my brother Carl, he does Native American, and after my mom passed away, he came into the house when she passed. He saged it immediately, and then it's like 2 days later. I believe it's 2 days later. He had to come back into the home and sage it again and make sure all doors and windows were shut, or else she would come back to the home. Have you heard of anything like that?
Well, if it's in the house and you sage a completely sealed house, it's kind of like doing it in a vacuum. It has no place out. There's no exit. So you have to give the entity or the spirit, whether it's, kind or evil or whatever, a way out. Once you get it out, you banish it. So then you then seal that last little spot, and you do your, if it's Native American, you do an incantation or a chant or a prayer. And then you place a cross, then you seal that last spot. So once again, you got to sage that spot closed,
I think
once you're
that's what he
finished with the
did.
process.
I think he actually had one of the windows open and then went through the whole home and then pushed everything that way.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people, when they do that, they want you out of the home. And I actually want Danny in the home so you can take the entities from him. Because, these guys can tell you, he can sit there and talk to ghosts. And, my son has Down syndrome and autism, but he'll sit there and be having a conversation with my mom and dad
There's a
who have passed away. But those aren't the ones that bother me. It's the ones that actually piss him off and make him angry, and he'll literally grab the wall and
There's a particular-
make him move. Yeah, there's like a little boy in the house that is
There's
just
a particular wall in Angel's house that when those spirits, I'm going to call them, are present,
they piss him off.
it makes him very uneasy.
Yeah.
His mood change will switch from good to,
Let's get out of here
Yeah.
real fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's actually scared.
Yeah, and you can actually see when a really bad one comes, because his facial expression is just like he wants me to get them out, and I tell him he has to kick them out because I don't need him to come back and kick my butt. Yeah, it's pretty scary. My mom and dad's house, but we've had I've taken care of a lot of people at the end of their lives. So,
Not at that location.
yes, at that location.
Oh, at that location. Okay.
Yes, I've had two of my grandmothers pass away in the home. My mom, my dad, my aunt, and two of my aunts. That these guys don't like it when I say it, but I call myself the angel of death because they come to me at the end because they don't want to get put in a home or something like that. So there is a lot of spiritual stuff in that home, unfortunately.
And then a lot of times we also bring along the equipment where we can, try to get words back and forth.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
A couple different devices do that. One just does a sweep of radio stations. So if it finds the correct word, that helps. In other words, an obelisk where there's like a dictionary, theoretically you can pull a word from that. But a lot of times, Kim, who's the sensitive, my wife, part of this group, she'll get a name. And we got no names yesterday at the house in Hortonville, but a couple days ago when we were down in Florida, we had two names on the Appalachian Cemetery, Lisa and Ralph, and they appeared twice. So the same names pop up twice. So, if you think of the concept of the radio station, just scanning stuff back and forth real fast to come up with those same two names that close together, it's pretty random. It's kind of like winning Powerball.
Right.
So, there's something to it.
Yeah. Because Denny, he'll tell you that he talks to Grandma, Grandpa, Travis. Travis is my nephew that committed, he hung himself when he was 17. He talks to a little boy that, I don't know who the little boy is because we've not had any little boys in the family pass away. So, and this one really makes him angry, loves to make him angry.
A prior owner of the house, possibly?
It could have been my aunt, yes. It's only been two, my aunt that owned it, and then my mom bought it from my aunt, and then me. It was handed down to us.
Okay.
So it's been in the family. The house has been in the family. My uncle built it. So yeah, she could have lost a child there.
Yeah, always interesting stuff. Sometimes you look at the history prior to that, was there, something else that was built in that location beforehand, or, what was there before there were any houses, and you just don't know. Now, like you mentioned, like you cleansed the house and a couple days later had to do it again.
Yes.
Sometimes an object can get brought back in and something was attached to that, or, just by opening the door, if the entities, in weight, outside, could attach itself to something, just brought itself back in willingly.
Well, I think they do. These guys can tell you.
Yeah. There's something.
Definitely something in that house.
There's something.
I don't mind the good ones. It's the bad ones that need to leave.
And they need
Yeah.
to leave right
Yeah, a couple
now.
at the house yesterday were not so nice. Normally they're pretty kind. They just want to, communicate and do their little funny things, move little objects around.
Oh,
Casey
Angel's
was
had that
talking about an
happen, too.
orange that was rolling by itself. It rolled up onto a spoon on a flat table. It's like, a little crystal was hanging from a chandelier, a little ceiling fan, and, it started wiggling. And then some bells on a door, not hard enough to ring the bells, but just enough to wiggle the strand that the bells were on. It's like, so then you start looking for, the obvious mechanical types of things. There's near a register or duct or a vent, or, did a fan turn on or something, and, everything was off in the house. Something easy is usually just toilet paper, because it blows real easy. You can see if something's, moving on the floor or current or something like that. But, when it's dead and calm and something else starts to move, it's like,
So then, do you believe that the animals can see them too?
Well, everything sees things differently, different spectrums as far as what they can see. As far as dogs, definitely, different range of hearing, that's for sure. Especially if you think about dog whistles, you can't hear it, but the dog hears it. Same thing like we talk about our full spectrum cameras, and really all that is it's removing the filters off of the sensor for these cameras, because when the cameras are built, they want to have a pleasing picture. So usually there's like a couple pieces of glass or filters on top of the sensor before that lens. So a little yellow and a little red that gives you kind of a warmer color. Well, it also narrows the range of what the camera sensor can see. So if you disassemble a camera, take those pieces off, all of a sudden you got a camera that can see stuff that our eyes can't see. Now same thing. Can an animal see something we can't see, or something else? Probably.
Yeah, because all of a sudden my cats will be just Elvis, for one. She'll be just laying there, minding her own business, and then all of a sudden she will just literally jump from a laying position and just turn around and look behind her. And I'm like, what are you looking at? Nobody's even by you. And I know cats do that, but it's like, there was nothing even by you this time. And then we just put it off to, okay, it's either grandma or grandpa or, somebody in the house.
Well, they call it animal instinct for a reason, self-preservation, protection, and all that. So something's there.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's really cool that you do that. It really is.
So how long have you been doing this, Darren?
As far as the paranormal side of it, I'd say just a couple of years now. As far as the film stuff, probably 35 years. As far as seeing weird things, going on 60 years, I would say.
Wow.
Have you ever been to the Paulding Light?
What's that?
Have you ever been to the Paulding Light?
No, what's that?
Minnesota or Michigan. It's up in Michigan. It's a light that's in the middle of a field.
A little bit louder.
It's in Michigan. It's about 45 miles from my grandparents' cabin. And it's a light that they can't explain. And it is real. Because it scared me. Everybody else was out watching for it. Well, I saw it. And I jumped in my car, and there's a lady in a white dress that appeared.
Oh, yeah, that one's been around for a long time.
So you've heard of it.
Heard the stories in multiple locations. Actually, in my hometown in Stevens Point, there's a Jordan Park, and the same story about the bride in white, died, whatever, on the way to a wedding or after the wedding, different versions of the story. And all of a sudden, you're driving through that area and you see a woman standing on the side of the road in a white dress. It's like, don't stop.
Right.
Yeah, don't stop. No, I heard about that one. I really did. And you're right. Don't stop. Don't stop and investigate. Keep going.
Yeah, the Good Samaritan being helpful, it only goes so far.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell that it's not real. I mean, it's real, but it's not real. Your mind is just going crazy.
Yeah, bingo. And I'm not a sensitive or a medium or anything like that. I just look at what I can see through the equipment that we've actually bought or made or constructed or anything like that. So, if I can see it on the electronics or something else, then I know something's going on. Like we use the FLIR cameras, which are thermodynamic. And if Kim says, something grabs her leg, then I pull the FLIR out and I look at her. She's, 99, 100 degrees. And then the spot she says this thing touched her is white, like her calf is white. And then it's reading about 30 degrees colder than the rest of her body. You can't fake the electronics like, something there. We also use like the SLS cameras, which create little stick figures. It's like if you're playing your video game, it looks at you, turns you into a stick figure, and then it throws you into the game. So it does the same thing with things standing in front of it. Now you have to watch out for the false positives, but if you have something that's, it's got a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a torso, and it's standing somewhere it shouldn't be, and someone else is like to the right or to the left of it, well, that's 2 people, not 1, so it's not a doubling of the image. So there's something going on there. We got a lot of good activity with that. And then, sometimes we have the EVP meters. One will go off and one will do absolutely nothing.
Darren, explain those abbreviations.
Well, the SLS camera, the easiest thing to think about it is like when you play your video games and all of a sudden you got this camera on your TV or whatever, it's looking at you. Then all of a sudden on your video game, there you are, you moving your arms, it's back and forth. So that's all it's doing. It's projecting hundreds of little laser beams or sensors. And then when it sees something, it pulls that data back and it just turns it into an image or an avatar. So same thing with the camera. It's looking for something in front of it. As far as the EVP meters, just kind of think of them as Geiger counters. So if there's something with some hint of radioactivity, which isn't bad. I mean, everything's got some type of radiation going on with it, like earth magnets, these types of things. So if it's sensing something, all of a sudden, it'll start blipping. And then a lot of our equipment, I take apart, and then I remove all the grounds. I put really good grounds in there, and then put it all back together. You can put like 3 or 4 of my piece of equipment on top of each other, and they don't go off.
What are grounds?
What's that?
What are grounds?
Like grounding on electrical cord. You have a negative, and then you have the positive, so the current goes in and out. And a lot of times, to make it safe, you attach a ground to it, which kind of eliminates any other frequencies or just like stray electrons. You don't get zapped. So same thing with equipment. If you buy cheap equipment, like a bad radio, you turn the station on, all of a sudden it's going zzz,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a bad ground. A lot of times if you grab the antenna on the radio, the buzzing goes away. So you've grounded it better. So same thing with equipment. We ground them better so they don't go off falsely. A lot of these shows you see on TV, you watch what they're doing, and they've just got a couple pieces of equipment that are so close together, they're setting each other off. So they're false positives. Looks good on TV with a shiny blinking light or something that's making a noise, but it's not real. Not that every place you go into, you automatically get some type of activity. We've gone to places where we've gotten nothing. So yeah, you're gonna fake it just for a show, or do it so it's real. So wow. Do it the right way.
What does Kim bring? I mean, how long has Kim been, I'll say, been able to bring things to her, or be a medium, I'll call her, so
Is
to
she a
speak?
medium?
No, not a medium, but a sensitive.
Sensitive. That's the word. How long has she been sensitive to be able to bring enemies or lights or
entities.
Energy to her?
I would leave that one to her. She's not here, but at least 30 years.
Wow.
So there's a lot of history there that I'll let her talk about. As far as that, Kim and I have been together now about 11 years. So yeah, interesting stuff. And once again, not all people have that type of gift. I don't. If I'm scared to death of something because something's like creeping me out, that's different than something talking to me or whispering in my ear or grabbing me. Unless I bump into a stick and I think, oh no, something scratched me.
Anything grabbing me would freak the crap out of me.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd be packed and moved out already.
Right?
I mean, it's bad enough things drop or move
How does she
or
not
stuff
freak
like
out
that.
by something grabbing her?
Oh, it's just part of life. You get used to it after a while, and you cope and you adapt, and you try to get that thing removed from you as fast as possible. We did have some fun with a news sensitive yesterday. Friend David out of the Green Bay area, actually just north of Green Bay. And, once again, people do things differently, different techniques. And, he had a couple of things that he did were interesting as far as removing some of that negative energy a lot of times that you end up taking back with you. Normally you try to shut down the investigation and you say your little prayer and your chants and stuff like that to leave whatever could be possibly on you there, because you don't want to bring it back with you. And he has a different way of doing it. So once again, you can incorporate another tool into doing something, and if it works better, great. If not, it's just like a practice. So my doctors call their businesses practices. Nobody's perfect, but this is what we do. The more we do it, we just keep practicing.
So the one you just met, he actually brings them home with him?
What do you mean?
You said normally before you leave the place, you like to make sure that
we leave it where it is.
Yes. So the gentleman you met, you said he actually does it different. Does he actually bring
No, he has a different technique of making sure that there's nothing attached to anybody leaving that location.
Okay. I was like, why would you want to bring it with you?
No.
No.
No, you could do it by accident. I did have one that attached to me for a long period of time. Actually came back from the Tupelo, Mississippi, and we called him Ed. So apparently it was a soldier with the 9th Brigade out of Minnesota died on that battlefield down in Tupelo. So we did the research on that. And then when we were doing a shoot up in Sheboygan Falls at a place called the Fat Cow, there was another group that came in using their voice stuff in their spirit boxes. And I told them, hey, out of curiosity, ask if there's anybody here. And then the box came back a couple seconds later, yes. And then I'm like, ask it its name, or his or her name. And then must have been about a minute and a half later, clear as day, Ed.
Yep,
Oh,
that
wow.
would do it for me.
That would freak the crap out of me. That would be enough for me.
Well,
Enough.
we've had freaky things when we've been around our kitchen table.
Oh, wow.
A little
Yeah.
Shannon
show off.
And all of a sudden, a cold breeze will come, I mean, normally my house is hotter than hot can be, like in the night, especially at the Cold Spring Road. And then we would just take it off to being Grandma Hansen at that time. The other house. Well, we sold that one, but I'm in even a scarier house.
Hey, upward mobility.
Yes. Keeps you on your toes, I'll tell you that.
There you go.
One step ahead of the ghosts.
So do you record these, Darren? Do you record these?
Yeah, I actually just got done transferring some of the footage. Anthony was shooting yesterday on his Panasonic box camera. I did a little stuff on one of my DJI cameras, and then a ton of stuff on some of the field recorders, a couple of the full spectrum cameras. So I just got done moving all that footage probably just about an hour ago. So
do
right
you
now I'm running at about 2 hours of sleep.
So do you share this footage, or what do you do with the footage?
Well, these are going to go into the episodes. We'll talk about them on our podcasts. And then as far as the actual video of footage and everything that we captured, those will go into the episodes for our series. It's Always an Adventure that we're going to market to Tubi. So we've just about got the pilot episode done. So the first one's going to be about an hour and 42 minutes. I think we're going to try to shave that down to under an hour and 30. And then pitch that over to Tubi and see if they like it. If we get some nibbles on that, then we'll have to scramble and start putting together, the rest of the episode. So we'll have, we did the haunted bar up in Escanaba, Michigan. I forget the name of that one. The Delft Theater. Then we had the haunted school in Glen Beulah, the bar in Sheboygan Falls. Now this house that we just did, a couple of our road trips down to Florida and the cemeteries down there, St. Louis, Nashville, and then just a couple others. So, realistically, we probably have about a year's worth of episodes. So hopefully they like it and we can get her
Well,
going.
I know that my young man will definitely jump on it, Billy. I mean, he watches ghost stories and all that stuff on YouTube and stuff.
I'm Robert.
What is the name of your podcast?
The Professors, It's Always an Adventure.
Professors, It's Always an Adventure.
And I am an actual professor at the American College for about the last 19 years.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you so very much for sharing with us. That was really cool.
That was really interesting.
Thanks for having me. And if you guys want to do another one, we can get Kim. Just give me like a day's notice and
That
stuff,
would-
and we can talk about, some of the things
That's
that she did.
awesome.
That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome.
That's
Would you like to do it sometime in April, Darren? Or would you like to do it sometime in May?
Oh, yeah, April's easy.
Okay, we
Okay.
have not the next week, but it would be the
20th and
No, it would be before the 20th, the week before.
No, just have Anthony give me a holler like tomorrow, and I can look at my calendar and stuff.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All
But,
right.
but usually the evenings are pretty good if I'm not gone somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you
Question?
so much.
Do you have the last
No,
question?
no, I just tell him not hang up until he says goodbye.
Okay. Thank you for being on the Good Cronies.
Yes, thank you.
so much.
All right, thanks
We
for having me.
enjoyed
You
you.
guys have fun.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yep. That was absolutely awesome. Billy will definitely jump on that. Make sure you send that to me because Billy tonight will jump on his podcast immediately.
Oh, I gotta show Robert how to get on it, and I'm sure Robert will watch it too.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we have a lot of people from our podcast that jump on.
Yeah, because that was very interesting.
I hope
And like
that
I
jumps-
said, he could do a whole show just on my house. Trust me.
Well,
Scary
and
as
our
heck.
podcast, I hope we get a lot of people jumping on our podcast because that was super interesting.
That
I-
was. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, but he didn't, you know. Oh, we got to call her.
Hello.
Hi,
Welcome
welcome
to-
to the Good Cronies.
So what Anthony thinks, is that okay?
That was awesome. You're still on.
Oh,
Yeah.
the encore.
Encore.
Yes.
We were
Yay.
just talking about how fun that was.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about you and how interesting that was, and I told Shannon to make sure she sends that to me because, like I said, I've got the one son, but then I've got another son that I took on, I adopted, and he's autistic, and he watches all that stuff. In fact, I think sometimes he brings that stuff into the house because of how much he watches it.
And then we have Lori, whose significant other would jump right onto your other show or podcast.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how Lori's significant other and Billy, who is the adopted son of Angel, would jump right onto your podcast. So we're talking about that, and then we're talking about how our podcast would be just got a whole lot interesting.
Yes.
So, Darren, thank you so very much for
That's awesome.
being a guest of ours. We really much appreciate it.
Hey, not
Darren,
a
one
problem.
more thing.
You guys-
What? Tell us again the name of your podcast.
The professors, it's always an adventure.
Okay.
Okay, Anthony knows it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Poor guy thought he was calling you to go back to see. Did I do okay?
Yep, you did great.
If you
Darren.
jump on Darren, you did awesome because I think this one's going to be. I think a lot of people, once they actually see this one, they're going to be like, "Wow!"
I can see. Well, I have it sitting quiet back here, but there's two people on right now.
Yeah.
3 with me.
And like I said, I know Billy. He's just going to jump. He's going to eat right up. He's going to be like, "You would what?"
And you
I'm like,
didn't
"Yeah,
bring
we
me.
Had
Anyone that
ghost
has
whispers.
access to being able to just post on the site, you should just post on that we had the most interesting podcast, and just not on the link, but just on the site.
So they
that
have
we
to go
had-
watch it.
that
So they have to go and watch it.
because
It'll
we
check.
had it. They would just jump right on and listen to it. That would be awesome because we had. I mean, that was super.
That was very. Thank you, Anthony. That one was really cool, and you're right up my alley because I deal with it every single day with Danny and
That's what
Billy.
I produced for, right?
Yes, yes.
We need a last
And he's willing to come back on.
I know with his girlfriend,
Yeah, with his
Wife?
girlfriend.
his
Wife.
wife. Well,
Okay,
it's the way
now
you
I wanna
said
make
We've
it-
been together. You know.
I want to make a trip to the Dells to go see where he's located or whatever. Is it
Where
the
is
Dells?
he located?
20 miles from the Dells.
Stevens Point.
Novell.
Novell.
Yeah.
Novell.
So it's on the other side of.
Wisconsin Dell. Like 20 minutes from Wisconsin Dell.
Oh, that's
Where
a.
you go?
Of course. Give me an
You
excuse.
don't want to go see him because he won't let anybody in his house, but
Oh, I don't care. Just give me an excuse to go to the Dells.
right? He'll meet you at the
Since when do you need an excuse?
Yeah, no kidding. You just go.
I know. I just gotta make time because I've been watching.
5 minutes.
I've been watching my dad.
So we have time for one more caller. 920-381-3942.
next time that Darren calls in, we'll make your number, the producer's number for him to call in, and then anybody that wants to call in, could we have them call in to my number for questions?
Then we won't be hearing anything.
He's got it programmed
Yeah,
to.
he's got it programmed into
So we could just ask when they
Yeah,
call
you
in
could
my number.
ask.
We could just ask them.
Ask him the question.
Yeah, text,
Okay.
whatever, yeah.
I'm gonna give Billy your number. God help Darren. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it because he will have. Wait, what? You did this? Blah, blah, blah. And he'll be like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whoa, okay. We're just gonna sit back and just listen.
Well, we could put the cell phone on speaker, couldn't we? And we could
No, it's
just
not gonna work. It could be echo.
It echoes through our
Echo.
ear. It'll echo through our stuff.
So it have to be always one phone at a time. Can't be like both the phone. Like they have to call this one or whatever call. You can use the laptop for, that for people can text you. They can look at the text easier that way too.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because right now
Billy doesn't know how to do that.
my phone's hooked up, my iPad hooked up to my phone. Anybody can text anytime, even if they're calling, you can send a text.
Okay.
That's
So do
awesome.
we have anybody out there that would like to call us? Come on, guys. I mean, we just had the most interesting call ever.
Yeah,
It's right
that
up
was-
my alley, that's for darn sure.
You can live chat us too.
Oh, I could get Carl on here too.
What? Do we have 14 people on?
No, that's the wrong place.
Sorry. That's what?
Woohoo!
No, right there, brother.
I was going to do the whoo yeah.
I know, I looked at that before.
I'm trying to think of who
Okay,
else.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Shannon, you got anything to say?
Yeah, actually I do. Do you know we have a baby shower coming up?
Oh.
Yeah, I know we got a baby shower coming up.
We could use some gently used clothes for the new mommies and to get back out on the site.
Yeah, so our new mommies that came to our last baby shower, you should be finishing up with your newborn items. They should be washed and laundered, and we're going to accept those on either you can contact me or Angel or Lori, and
We'll come get them.
Yeah.
Angel just offered to come get them. Lori just offered
Lori will
to
come and get them. She can't come get them, but
Well,
we
depending
will.
on
We'll
where
make
We
you
just
are,
want to make sure we have enough for the new mommies
How
that
many
are
are
coming
coming?
out.
How many new mommies?
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
We haven't even put it on the site yet. That
That's going to be
April
going out.
26th and 7th will be our next baby shower.
Actually, April 27th, the 26th is when we actually
Set
set
up.
up.
Wait, the 27th is a Saturday.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know.
We will be done, and over here,
We'll
and-
start early enough to the.
But aren't you going to be going?
I will be at a wedding, yes, but I will. Was that a phone call?
No,
Oh,
I
it's
don't
just a
know.
phone. Yeah,
we'll have it done
I won't
early.
be able. I won't be here for that podcast, so hopefully we can get somebody else to fill my spot.
Yeah, we have Katrina coming that night.
Okay, so the 27th of April,
20th. Sorry, the 20th.
20th.
is when I'm gone. I
She's
have
gone.
a wedding.
The
Oh,
20th.
yeah.
She'll be gone.
Okay. So maybe we should have Darren come on the 20th,
I'll be
27th.
gone 20th, the wedding.
You will be?
Yes.
So we won't have a show the 20th,
No, we
27th.
can do like
Yeah, he'll do a pre, so we'll
do
do
pre.
two. Boom, boom.
right
Back
away
to back.
next time.
So the next time we come in, we'll all still be here. We'll just do two shows back to back.
Like one show, like one show back to back.
Yeah.
The one is live one, and
And then
next
the other
will be-
one he'll hold and just push out
Push
there
out,
the next
yeah.
time.
So maybe,
I understand what he said.
Yeah, yeah.
I did too.
so
we're all
maybe
good.
we should do Darren back to back then. Okay, we're
Okay,
closing.
okay.
Closing.
All right.
Anyway,
Good
One
night,
minute.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Not yet.
Oh.
We got 1 minute.
Oh.
Jeez, you guys. Sorry.
Thank you again for Fazoli's. Thank you again for
Thank
the
you, Easter Bunny.
Oh, I'd like to quickly ask everybody, what were your Easter traditions as a kid?
Let's see. It was always at my mom and dad's house. So this year it's going to be very weird. We are actually going to Golden Corral, which we have never gone out to eat ever in the 58 years that I've been alive for that kind of stuff. It's always been at a house. But unfortunately, my house is not ready for it. They all wanted me to have it. We're still
In transit.
processing, getting rid of mom and dad stuff, which is not easy. I'm just going to tell everybody
Right.
that is not that easy. I have 82 years of my mom's stuff, 80 years of my dad's stuff. And people just say, oh, just get rid of it. How do you get rid of your mom and dad's life? And that,
Legacy.
because you know what? Once it's gone, you can't get it back.
no.
You
'Cause
can't
if
get it back.
Donate it to Goodwill. Their answer to you is, "Oh well, I'm sorry."
Yeah. So, you know,
Don't give
it's
it to
sad.
Goodwill. Don't get me
Don't
started.
you even swear it like that.
Well, there's a group on
Goodwill will
Facebook.
never get my stuff.
a group of treasure hunters that do goodwill, and there was just
they've had some really good stuff.
a lockbox that was found, and it held a camera. The camera itself was valued at over $400. It belonged, and they found the history to this camera. It was a doctor that owned it, and he loved to take all kinds of wildlife pictures.
And I bet you that there was still film in that camera, and when they did
I
it,
didn't see that in the article, but it wouldn't surprise me. They came in and cleaned out the house and just gave it all to Goodwill.
yeah, and that's what happens when we actually come into homes. We don't just poof. We have people come in that would be interested in the couch, the clothes, and I mean, how about the one house that we helped, the apartment? His whole top of his house on the ceilings were menus from restaurants.
From the 60s.
Restaurants that are not going anymore. This stuff goes into the museums. I mean,
Yeah.
they do. There's actually a museum that in Oshkosh that will take this stuff. Or, like, our soldiers that still, their Purple Hearts and stuff, they die. And, yes, I get a little excited about this stuff. I'm so sorry. But their families are just like, oh, no, I don't want anything. He was a smoker. I don't want anything. But when you go through their treasures, oh, my God. You find his wards. The award that, same guy that I'm talking about the restaurant things, he got awards from the President of the United States.
Oh, I remember that house.
Yes, the family didn't want nothing.
It
So we
had
got all of
presidents
that,
sign things.
actually grabbed it and took it down to the service place in Oshkosh, and they put it on display. Because how many people can say that they got their picture and an award from the President of the United States?
Yeah.
Seriously. People, just because your mom and dad pass away, don't think, oh, it's just garbage because it's old. Make sure you look through it. We're just starting to go through my mom and dad's drawers. And the treasures we're finding is unbelievable. I mean, we found so many tools. We just can't find the other parts of them that my dad had. But, I mean, tools that are very expensive. Brand new stuff.
Wow.
That we haven't, we haven't been in the house a year. It has not been a year yet.
I emptied
June
one
will be a
apartment.
year.
The one apartment I advertised, and the family wanted nothing. So I advertised it. Everything was free. There was the storage unit downstairs. There was what was left in the apartment. Come and get it. I had 35 people lined up, and we let a few go in at a time. And I cleaned out the entire apartment in under 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
We've taken on a few
somebody
places.
else's garbage is somebody else's treasures. So kids, right now, the kids of today are unfortunately, they're
Throwaway.
called throwaway kids. They don't give a crap about anything.
Some do.
Some do, but some don't. Because all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, this cord, it's old. I'll just get a new one at the next place. And when there's nothing wrong with that cord.
And the cord is probably going to work better than the one.
Yeah, and that cord will
we buy
probably
at
work
Walmart.
better than the 10-foot cord that they're going to get, because the shorter one, actually you get more energy. I found that one out.
Speaking of which,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Sorry, we went over it up.
I got a popcorn popper that was my great grandma's, that my father asked for. That was his only wish, was to get the popcorn popper that was passed down to his mother. And I used it for the first time. And man, you know how popcorn poppers just leave seeds on the bottom of the popper? This popcorn popper left no seeds. None
Oh.
at all. But the cord is black with the white stripes. You can tell that it's old. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it's old.
The cords that you're afraid to actually plug in because you
Right,
think you're
right,
going to
right,
get zapped.
right.
I actually have a coffee pot like that. I'm sorry.
Me too.
And
I'm
because it's
telling
actually
ya.
cracked, so I'm almost I hesitate when I push it in, because one of these
Right,
times I'm
right.
going to get thrown across the kitchen, and I've had that.
But
done
I'm
already.
telling you, but that popcorn popper was so awesome to use because it actually tasted like
Actually didn't have the seeds and the kernels that will get caught up in your teeth as much because it actually
Pops
did it all, popped it all.
but it was so good. You could taste it was like movie theater popcorn. It tasted that good. That good.
Wow, that's awesome.
And 21 Meats wrote out.
Are you telling us only one more minute or are you
Okay,
telling us
nope,
get off?
Nope. I gotta hear your tradition as a kid.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Easter.
Well, I wish I had it here to show you. We always went to my aunt's house in Iowa, or we went to Grandma's house. And my aunt always made us Easter baskets, and I still have my childhood Easter basket. It's made out of a bleach bottle.
Yes.
I have two of them. I have my sister's and I have mine. It's
Yeah, they
made
cut
out
off
of a
the top.
bleach bottle, and it has little feet that are cut out, and ears and arms, and I still have it. I got it in 1965.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's
Oh.
a good year.
Okay.
It is a good year.
Okay. Your Easter traditions as a kid.
Nothing
And
real.
have any of you passed them on to your kids? Have you?
Yes. We up to this time, we always had
But-
Easter at my mom's house.
Any Easter basket though? Hiding the Easter basket?
Oh, I
or-
still do that for Billy and Danny. I still hide the Easter basket.
Yeah, we always hid the Easter baskets too.
Do you hide your grandkids' Easter baskets now yet though?
Well, I sneak over there and usually egg their yard.
That's what you do.
I
I
usually do that, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year because it is supposed to rain.
kids growing up, we just got the Easter baskets and we just found them all over the house, and we just had a small traditional dinner around the kitchen table. Flip to today, this grandma in tow goes all out. This year I haven't gotten to the stores yet to find treasures because my grown kids have been extremely busy. We're not celebrating Easter for a week and a half yet because everybody's schedule is so
But you usually do it at the hotel.
We rent a small banquet hall from Country Inn Suites in Little Chute. There's a plug out for them. And kudos to them because I pay for the whole day and they let me in there the whole day plus. And sometimes they throw me some extra water park passes. Because I come back.
Okay. Well, my Easter tradition was, as a kid, my mom sewed us, my sister and I and her, all the same matching dresses.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Well, when you look, I guess it was cool, but
It's cool, but I know where you're coming from with that because my mom, the moo-moos and stuff.
they were all A-frame and very plain. And the patterns back then in the 70s and 80s was like interesting. And they were all A-frame, so they were cute. But so the
Oh.
Easter baskets were always hid.
That's her Easter basket.
I can't. Okay, you'll have to tap it so I get it. It's
That's
brighter.
as late as it goes because my phone is dying.
Dying phones.
And then she always hid, Mom and Dad always hid our Easter baskets. And the most difficult Easter basket that I was ever hid was two that I remember. One was a basket hid inside the vacuum cleaner.
We've done that.
And two was the Easter basket hid. Oh, yeah. Oh, good gosh. That was pretty.
Oh, wow.
Out of a bleach bottle?
Yep, that's a bleach bottle bunny.
Wow.
Doll
That's you?
face. That's me.
You're a cute kid. And then the second
This
one
was-
was up in the attic.
Actually, this was when I was 8 years old, so it was 68, and it was right after the stove exploded on me because that's the shortest hair I ever had.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I lost all my hair.
Okay, guys.
And then we had the boys' baskets up until they were old enough to figure out that the Easter Bunny was not real, and then we switched to
Wait, what?
eggs.
Wait, what?
What? The Easter Bunny's not real? Was he not just sitting here?
And then we started hiding M&Ms around it, or M&Ms. We hid the M&Ms and money, coins in the eggs, and we hid them around inside the house.
I know we gotta go, but I have one thing I gotta say. I remember when we hid the eggs, the hard-boiled eggs. We didn't find them all. Well, months later, we found them all because they smelled so bad. We were blaming Charlie, our dog, for farting. And it really wasn't the dog, it was the eggs underneath the couch.
Oh, they went moldy.
Oh, they did more than that. They exploded.
Oh!
It was nasty. But all right, guys, we are getting yelled at. We have gone
Our
over.
producer's yelling at us.
So I want to say
Good night.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Darren, for
And
calling
then
in. Thank you
one,
for being
two,
on our
three.
podcast.
1, 2, 3.
Good
Good
night,
night from the
everyone.
good
Good
cronies. We still screwed it up.
Good job.